Why do you overgive? I overgive because I always do. It's expected of me. I overgive because I can get it done faster. I overgave because they needed help, so I made it happen. I overwork because my boss depends on me for this deadline. I'm known for getting things done. As a high performer myself and now a balanced giver, I get it. You see a need, you know what to do, you do it. Or someone needs help, you can help them and you do it. The problem, when you keep overgiving, there is a cost to you. What is your cost? I know that this isn't something you've ever thought about before. When I overgive, my cost is my health. Every single time. The thing is, there's only so much time in a day and you only have so much energy. How are you spending both of these things? Do you know how to hold or set boundaries? Hi, I'm Lisa Gornall. As a spiritual medium and energy strategist, I've hit burnout twice in my career because the first time clearly wasn't enough. Now I work with high performers and small teams to help them prevent burnout and stress leave. Let's dive in. How to stop overspending your time and energy. High performers and high achievers are known for being efficient and overworking as needed. The problem is that this puts them at a higher risk of getting sick, injured, or having major health problems. We fix this by no longer overspending your time and energy. We have to start here. The first thing you have to do is put everything into your calendar. Every single thing. My life is all in my Google Calendar, and this is shared with my husband. That way he knows when I'm working, when we have life things, when everything is scheduled, like appointments, facials, well exams, teeth cleanings, kids events. If it's happening and you're going to be there or you're doing it, it must be on your calendar. This includes work deadlines. Putting it in your calendar not only helps you regain brain bandwidth from not having to remember every single thing, it also helps you to see how full your calendar really is. Once it's all there, before you can offer to do anything for anyone, you must check your calendar. And you're going to ask yourself, do I even have the time and energy to do this? And the answer, probably not. Look at your calendar and use this as a boundary for your time. If it is full, the only way you can take on something else is you have to give a task on your calendar to somebody else. Otherwise, you can't take it on. This is your first new boundary to hold. The next thing you have to pay attention to is how much energy do you have? Every day throughout the day. I've talked about this before. I want you to think of your energy like you do on your device batteries. Your cell phone, your tablet, your laptop, whatever it may be. You know that if they are low on energy, you can't play a video or do a video call. The same is true with your energy. When your energy is low, you are borrowing energy from tomorrow. That means instead of waking up at 100% recharged, maybe you're only waking up at 80% or 50%. By the time you get to the end of your workday, you're on fumes. Overgiving is always stopped by sickness or energy. Energy boundaries are important here. Check in with yourself and see if you even have the energy to do what it is that you want to do. Typically you don't. If not, what self-care can you do to recharge before you spend more energy? So, how to hold boundaries. Boundaries are important in every area of your life. They tell people what is okay and what isn't. Without a boundary, people don't know because what's okay for you is probably not okay for somebody else and vice versa. When you feel yourself starting to give, I want you to pause and ask yourself if you have the time and or the energy to do this. If you do, do it. If you don't, draw and hold a boundary. I find it works best for you to hold a boundary when you know why you're holding it. You're holding it because you don't have time and energy for other things that are important for yourself. For example, I had a client who would stay up after everyone at night reading a book until well past midnight, affecting her sleep, just so she had a moment to do something she wanted to do. So how do you draw a boundary? I can't take that on, or I would love to, but I'm overcommitted. These are both great statements for overgivers to say no. At first, people are going to be surprised that you're saying no. They may ask you to do something else, or have someone else ask you to do it, or even give you something else to do. This is where holding the boundaries comes into play. You want to stand in your power and hold a boundary. You know how much time you have and how much energy you have in this moment. You do not take on whatever this task is. Here's the reason to hold your boundaries. It will give you some time and energy to do the things that you want to do, the things that you keep adding to that back burner of someday. You hold your boundaries with your time and energy so you have more of them to enjoy this amazing life that you're so busy creating but not necessarily enjoying. This is what you think about when you draw and hold a boundary. What do I really want to do today? And how this stops you from doing that. I want to do this, but if I do it, then I can't do this. Right? How will you ever be able to do whatever it is that you wanted to do today? The answer is by staying focused on your time and energy and not taking on this extra thing. If you like this video, please let me know by liking it, and I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I have a new video released. For next videos to watch, I recommend #1 secret to setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. You can still give. Just make sure that you have the bandwidth and the want to give. Otherwise, you're on a fast path to burnout or stress leave, and nobody wins there. Hold your boundaries and do things that make you happy.